Okay, so let's make a follow-up video from yesterday now, seeing that the prices are declining here by quite a bit, and we have Bitcoin and some of the top names here giving up between 11 and 15%, all the way down to about 20% even for EOS. So this must be potentially setting up a good buy area after a while, and we'll have a look at some of the charts and also maybe some of the news and the reasons why. We can see here we have Litecoin, and it's down to about $100, down from 120. So it's been quite a violent sell-off here with high volumes over the last few hours. And on Bitcoin itself, we have a decline here of about a couple of percent. Let's see what it says here. No, it's only 5% now. It was probably down 10 before. And so we're still in this uptrend on the 4-hour, and it's basically just coming down to a support area, but there's no way of knowing if we need to correct further down or not, and we'll just have to follow it day by day here and see what happens. Of course, you have a few names here that was setting up some nice buy signals. I mean, here is one, VeChain, the supply chain one. Of course, it's in a steady downtrend, so this shouldn't really be bought for longer term trades here at the moment, but only as a trade setup. Ethereum is where is it now? It's just in the middle, by the middle bands, doing nothing much. And we can see here recently on the news front, Bitcoin and altcoins take a hit and bears in driver's seat. Bitcoin has declined more than 10% and traded close to 11.2, which is some kind of a support area. Ethereum broke 280 and Ripple down to 35 cents again. Many altcoins declined more than 20%, including EOS, as we mentioned, and this ONT as well. We have there were heavy losses in other altcoins as well, and Bitcoin Cash. Of course, it all goes hand in hand. Total market cap, we can see here as well. It's been declining over the last few hours, last few days, but it's on an uptrend anyways over the last few weeks. So it's probably setting up for an end of the year positive movement trend. And let's see what they say here. They're just talking about resistance support here. Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Ripple, and so on. Other altcoins, doing the same thing here. Nothing much really. Just have to hold on tight, I guess. And Winklevoss, as we mentioned yesterday, they kind of support this Facebook Libra, the Libra coin. And in a further show of support for Facebook's crypto asset Libra, the Winklevoss twins waded into the discussion by giving their backing to the much maligned project. Maligned, that's the first time I hear that. And despite their checkered history with Mark Zuckerberg, the twins believe Facebook's standing as an established tech company would be beneficial to crypto as a whole. And we'll have to see here. They've been taking a backlash here, Libra, over the last few days, as it needs to go through some regulation support and so on, and which is normal for these bigger kind of coins and or projects. And of course, this has a potential to be quite huge if Facebook and other big technology firms, like we said, the FANG companies, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, if they get into this kind of stuff more and more, then it could get quite interesting on a bigger scale as well. Here, of course, you have loss of central bank control. I don't know if it will be a total loss, but of course, it's a little bit of a two different worlds. The The raft of the anti-crypto sentiment from the Indian government means their opposition to Libra should come as no surprise. Speaking on the matter, Economic Affairs Secretary Subhash Garg, whoever that is, the sign of the Facebook currency has not been fully explained, but whatever it is, it would be a private crypto asset, and that's not something we have been comfortable with. Well, it takes time, I guess, as well. And Libra will disrupt and weaken nation states by enabling people to move out of unstable local currencies and into a currency denominated in dollars and euros and managed by corporations. The fewer rupees or lira a country's citizens hold, the less power the national central bank has to set monetary policy, making it harder to stimulate the local economy in times of economic stress. So it's of course it's a mixed coin, and you know, what do you look for? Do you want these central banks to take over the world and print money over and over again, creating more debt and putting people you know, in more and more debt, or do we want some kind of a project where the supply is kind of limited but there's still enough, but you know, that's always the big question here between these blockchain currencies and the central bank controlled world we live in. So it will be interesting to see the development, and of course it might be stupid just to get rid of cash. I mean, you know, there's a possibility to keep that as well. I mean, if something happens, who knows, in the future, you know, at least for a period of time, you know, it might be good to keep some cash in the Madras as well. And let's see what they're saying here. It's Binance and margin trading is apparently up and running. For those who's new to the concept of margin trading, it's the form of trading where eligible traders will be able to borrow funds from the exchange to increase their leverage. So this is really only for professionals. Long-awaited margin trading feature on Binance goes live. Long-awaited, okay, margin trading, Binance, and they can now access these trading accounts. And I guess it's like in the stock market, if you have $10,000 and you want to trade for more, you can do that maybe intraday or something, and maybe you can trade for even like 100,000, but it's not really to be recommended unless you're a professional and you know what you're doing, because of course if the price goes the other way, you can get wiped out pretty quickly. And I think is that it from the news front here? Crypto author. Let's have a look here. Here's a guy saying that alt season could be here by year end. Nick Patel has given his opinion on the current state of altcoins, suspecting we could see a massive surge before year end. We'll have to see if that's correct. He has an Amazon bestseller, Altcoin Trader's Handbook. He gave his opinion on the recent state of altcoins compared to Bitcoin and so on. And but of course this is a volatile market. It goes up and down, as we can see here, but it's also called corrections. I mean, you have a typical 1, 2, 3 or ABC down, and then you get a new uptrend, ABC down, then a higher trend. So it's that looks normal. And yeah, I think that's about it for today. And so just be aware that the prices are tanking, and we'll see where it stops. But for the time being, it's still okay, and it looks like we're still on track, but maybe need a little bit more time potentially to stabilize, and then find a new footing, and then we'll see what happens here the rest of the year. So in the meantime, take care.